So you see this $15 billion story? You see that? That $15 billion story? I need to ask former Finance Minister Colm Imbert about this, right? This is a Cedars, this is down, not Cedars, this is, what's the name of this place? Mosquito Creek. You remember Mosquito Creek? And how Mosquito Creek, the whole highway collapsed? Not only that, but what I also want to talk to Finance Minister Colm Imbert about is that $1.4 billion loan from China. Because he is the one that put Trinidad and Tobago in a deficit. Not only that, but the last budget, 2024 budget, it's a $60 billion budget, Colm Imbert, with a $6 billion, not million, a $6 billion deficit that we had to fill as a country. And then when you come to the parliament, when you came to the parliament and you asked for a supplemental, it was granted. And then, after it was granted, you lost, you misplaced, it vanished. $3 billion, or about, if you want to be technical, about $3 billion you lost. But you telling the government today that all they can fulfill all their campaign promises, because it have a $15 billion deficit. Not only that, but within months, you telling the government that all they can fulfill all their campaign promises because we ain't have no money. Where you going to find the money from? Maybe from here. With the loan. Imbert, with the loan. Imbert going to take a loan from China and say he's taking a China loan because it's coming with fewer conditions. You all know what the conditions are to the loan? You all want to know the conditions towards the loan from China versus a loan from the United States, because that's what it says here. I should read the article, July 2021. All right, 1 second. All right, July 2021. Here's what the article says, Trinidad and Tobago. Finance Minister Colm Imbert says the government opted to accept, we're looking into it and maybe we'll take it. He said, the article says, Finance Minister Colm Imbert says the government opted to accept a $1.4 billion loan from China as it had fewer conditions attached to it as opposed to one from Washington, D.C., based on the IMF. In addition, he said Trinidad and Tobago has a buffer. I don't even want to read this part. In addition, he said Trinidad and Tobago has a buffer of a Heritage and Stabilization Fund. Man, I done with that article. Because everything in that article, the IMF, the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, is Kamala Prasad Bisesa, bro. The administration that you don't want to give credit to, you use money during COVID based off what was in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund that you tapped into not once, not twice, not 3 times, but multiple times. You tap into it either to pay workers or to fund some nonsensical project that the PNM engaging in. And Rambles, unfortunately, it wasn't about developing the country. It wasn't. They were going to allow sandals to come to Tobago, our sister island in Tobago. We, the taxpayers, was going to pay for the building and facilitation of everything. And they get to make money, millions of dollars for years and pay no tax back. That's the deal. That's the deal. No tax back. Pour up your hotel, we the taxpayers go spend the money. I don't care how much Caribbean countries doing it. We not doing that. We not engaging in that deal. The opposition said no. And it's had a bunch of bubble with it. This is the same administration, Colm Imbert. You all ran Uber out of the country. Kamala, during 2010 to 2015, created several incentives for businesses to come, lower tax rates, all of that for businesses to come to Trinidad and Tobago. You ran all of that out. The first thing them do when they get into office was 100% make a phone call to Trump. A $3 million phone call also to Trump, right? He say the vehicle like that, the prime minister vehicle smelling a rum, and he went and changed all of that out for Prados. That's what you do, second, right? That's what you do. The next thing you do, obviously, the Petrotrain shut down, a bunch happened under Keith Rowley. We don't want that type of governance. We don't want to hear from you, Colm Imbert. We don't want to hear from you. We'd rather not. The government, Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, is more than able to deal with the budget deficit. In fact, this is the administration that always come to lie about what the budget is and where the budget going to be. You have always come and provided a smokescreen budget, raising the minimum wage from 1950 to 2050, right? Raising the minimum wage was a smokescreen budget. You were the guys that squander billions of dollars. You lost $3 billion. I don't know how. They're looking to get the computer records from the central bank. They couldn't get it. You squander $3 billion. Then you come in to tell this government that, well, they have no money to run the country, you know. Who squandered it? UNC? And then PNM people come budget, going to run to say, look, Kamala, you talk this big talk and you can't deliver on your promises. That coming up. I said it here first. They're going to come and they're going to say that Kamala can't deliver on she promises because it has no money to run the country. It's a smoke screen. We're finding money where we need to find money. The government is finding the money. Right here too. Right there. Finding the money. Bet your bottom dollar, UE South Campus going to open. Couva will I'm hoping that we go back to what we wanted to do. The government goes back to making the Couva multi-trading facility, the Couva Children's Hospital, to bring foreign exchange into Trinidad and Tobago. And with, this is good. This one is good. With the recent passage of the law, the birthright citizenship law, the amendment to the Constitution of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, which was passed Friday in the House of Representatives, and it goes towards the Senate, that will allow for Trinidad and Tobago to expand its pool for footballers, cricketers, anybody that wants to represent Trinidad and Tobago internationally, which would lead to what? Tourism. Marketable tourism. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar spoke about coconut. Which prime minister you ever hear talk about coconut and cocoa and marketing cocoa and steel pan and heritage India coming to Trinidad and Tobago and investing in medical tourism? What Keith Rowley do? Oh, I forget. You went to Ghana and bring yam. And we still can't get the yam yet. That's what you want to do. You went to Ghana to bring yam and we can't get the yam yet. Kamala Prasad-Bissessar in her first term in office now, 4 months, first 2 months or so, India Prime Minister comes down. Medical tourism for Trinidad and Tobago. Several signatures towards treaty, not even treaties, but what they call it? I forgot what they call it. But a lot is happening under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar. Tourism is back under Kamala Prasad-Bissessar and will be back. She spoke about aviation. And look what happening in Cal. She said, shape up or ship out. Cal gone, Cal dismantled, Cal gone through. The government will fix all of that. And we will bring Trinidad and Tobago, MOUs, thank you, Memorandum of Understanding. You see, I love you. They're listening in this chat, you know. They're all listening in this chat. I love it. I love it. But that's what's going on. Several, I think it was 6 memorandums of understandings signed between Trinidad and Tobago and I go to say Venezuela, and India, all right? And also the US visited Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm sure and you know, it's only after the conversations with the US recently, about last week, is when Venezuela up in arms, you know. I tell you, Venezuela scared, you know. Venezuela scared.